잠시 후에 Cicc Talk 원어민 강좌, 한국에 사는 외국인들의 강연 캐나다 편, 캐나다 이야기 공개 강좌를 시작하겠습니다. 서로 디스커스한 다음 각 조별로 한 2명 정도씩 이제 질문하실 Bonnie grew up in Toronto, Canada education. Currently, she is studying part-time to become a life coach and psychotherapist. 여기 이제 선생님 소개해드릴게요. Here is Jillian Olivia Witter. Give her a big round of applause.
Hi, I'm gonna go up here. Okay, let me try that again. I want to see all your faces, all your beautiful faces. Hello, everyone. Hi. So I am Jillian. Most of you guys, most of you can call me Jillian. I wrote it in Korean, so you know how to say it. And I saw some familiar faces that came to my school. So I'm looking forward to sharing with you a little bit about Canada. So before I start, has anybody been to Canada before? Yeah, excellent. Where did you go? Vancouver, nice. Who wants to go to Canada? If you go to Canada, where would you go? Calgary. Where else? Toronto, yeah. Where else? Okay, so during today's presentation, you will get a chance to learn a little bit more about Canada, and maybe you'll be interested in coming to visit. You can come visit me, yes?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so one very important thing I have to say about my presentation and about being involved is I don't want to talk all the time. I want you to be involved. So this presentation is interactive. You will not sit the whole time. You are going to stand up and move a little bit. So please be prepared for that. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So, the clicker. More about me. So, because this is not just a presentation, I want you guys to practice speaking English as well. Why don't we read it together, okay? So let's read the first one. 3, 2, 1. So Ontario is my province. And let's read the next one. What does that mean? What does first generation Canadian mean? Native, sort of. So most people in Canada, their parents came from another country. So my family, they are originally from a country called Guyana. Guyana, this is the map of South America, and Guyana is a small country right here. So in Guyana, there are 6 nations. There are blacks, there are whites from England, there are Dutch, there are Chinese, Indian, and Aboriginal people. And so Guyana is a mix of many cultures. And so in 1972, my dad went to Toronto to study, to be an accountant at a university. And then my mom loved my dad, so she followed him. And then a few years later, I was born. So being a first generation Canadian is awesome because, especially in Toronto, because I grew up with many, many people from all around the world. So I was telling some students earlier that I have a couple of Korean friends that I grew up with. So before I came to Korea, I knew a lot about Korea because of my friend. And I have lots of friends that are Italian and Greek, and we're all first generation Canadian. So our parents are from somewhere in the world, and we were all born in Canada. So, next, let's read the next one. Go!
I have one younger sister.
Yes, so I have one younger sister. She is 10 years younger than me, and she has a cute little boy. His name is Josiah, my nephew. And let's read the next one. 3, 2, 1, go!
I love yoga, hiking, meditation, cooking, painting,
Yes, so I really love yoga. I want to go to India for 3 months or 6 months. I love hiking. This is the one thing that's beautiful about Korea is there's many, many, many places to hike, especially around my school. Meditation. I'm very interested in the Buddhist culture because when I was growing up, I was raised as a Catholic. And so as I've gotten older, I started to learn some different things, which were really cool. And I like to cook. So if you come to Canada and visit me, I will cook for you, I promise. Okay? Yeah. All right. And I love painting and pottery and photography, which is all fun art stuff to do. All right, next. I'm in Korea, yay! So I arrived in Korea last June, and I'm an English teacher at Chungbuk-do Foreign Language Institute for Students in Jincheon. And I really love my job. I love teaching the students that come, and I have a lot of fun. And so I like to have fun with students and have a good time and enjoy myself, but I hope that students do the same. So I hope today we will have lots of fun too. And that's one of the things my students did. Isn't it cute? It's so cute. Yeah. And that's my backyard. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah. So all of you have to come to my school. Okay? Okay? Yes. All right. So since I've been in Korea, these are some things that I really love. So my favorite food is bibimbap, and I love galbi. Anything barbecued is basically delicious. And these are a few iPop people that I like. So I just wanted to share that with you. All right, so enough about me. We are going to play a little game. So I want you guys to be prepared that you are going to stand up. So we are going to move around in the auditorium. So I want you to be prepared for that. So the way that this works is, it's called changing seats. So you will not stay in the same seat. I'm going to show you a picture of something about Canada. And if you know it, or you've heard of the person, or the thing, or the place, you need to stand up and change seats. Do you guys understand? Yes, so you need to stand up and change seats. And then I'll show you something else about Canada, and then you'll stand up and change seats, and we'll just keep going. All right? Yes. Are you ready? Yes. Are you ready? Yes. Excellent. Okay. So get ready. I noticed that some of you have papers. What I would suggest... Wait. I love the excitement. What I would suggest, if you have personal belongings, just put it underneath your seat, because you will go back to your original seat. So if you have papers, put it underneath your seat. Syrup and light maple syrup. Stand up, change seats. Quick. Quick. Change seats.
아직 이해 못된 친구들 있어요? 자, 그러면 다시 한번 설명할게요. 지금 여기 선생님께서 이제 여기 나오는 화면, 이제 캐나다와 관련된 것들이에요. 그래서 알고 있어요. 이게 뭔지 메이플 시럽이나 알아요. 그리고 좋아해요. 그러면 지금 앉은 자리에서 일어나서 다른 자리로 가는 거예요.
Alright, are you ready for the next one? Here we go. If you don't like play basketball, stand up, change seats. Quick. All right, next one. Somewhere, find a seat. Get a seat. Quick. There you go. All right, next. Superman. If you know or like Superman, stand up, change seats. Quick. Excellent. Quick, find a seat. Go. All right, next one. Who knows Justin Bieber? Or likes me. All right, next one. Who knows Drake? Drake? He sings Hotline Bling. Let me see if the audio will work. Oh, no, it doesn't. Anybody know Drake? Yes? Okay. Fair enough. All right, next. Hockey. Know or like hockey. So this is a very famous game. The guys in blue, that is the Toronto Maple Leafs, my city. They are sometimes good. They're not always good. They keep losing a little bit. But this is a famous shot of him saving a goal. It was a very important game. All right, next. Everybody has to stand up. You must like chocolate. You must like chocolate bars. Invented in Canada, but the chocolate bar was invented in Canada. And it was invented because some scientists wanted to take chocolate with them when they go do experiments and go camping. And so they invented this. It's so good, isn't it? Okay, before I go to the next one, what's your favorite? Kit Kat, Crunch, M&M, Snickers. Oh, so good. I'm hungry. Okay, next one. Who knows Celine Dion? Anybody else? Too young. If you know, change seats. Quick. Excellent. All right, I think this is the last one. All right, so now you can go back to your original seats. Nice work, guys. Now we're going to talk a little bit more about Canada. So some things you might know, some things might be new. Before we start and continuing talking, I have a little short video to show you how awesome Canada is, and maybe it will convince you to come to Canada. So let's watch it. Let's watch. Whoops. Can we go back? All right, so we're having technical difficulties, so we're just going to keep going. So let's read this together. 3, 2, 1, go. Language. Okay, so before we go on, who can try to say this word? Who wants to try? Iroquoian. Everyone. Iroquoian. Again, Iroquoian. All right. So Iroquoian is Canada is an Iroquoian language word that means village. So before European settlers came to Canada, there were many native Aboriginal people that lived in Canada, and the settlers misunderstood what they were saying, and the Aboriginal people were saying Canada, and they just thought, oh, Canada, that, and then our country was named Canada. That's basically what happened. That's the short version. All right, so, that's Canada. Isn't it beautiful? It's very big, yes? So in Canada, there are 10 provinces and 3 territories. The difference between the two is provinces are usually habitated by many people, and the territories is just an area, so just a space. So we're going to learn some parts of Canada. So the first one, what's the first one say? Can you read it?
British Columbia.
British Columbia. Let's say that again. British Columbia.
British Columbia.
Excellent. So the student that went to Vancouver, there's where Vancouver is. It's in British Columbia. So Vancouver is actually right here, somewhere around there. And there's also Victoria. So this is considered the West Coast. Next one. Let's say it together. Alberta. And the capital of Alberta is Edmonton. The next one is Saskatchewan. Again, Saskatchewan. So every part of Canada is really different, but specifically Saskatchewan it is very boring. Don't tell anybody that. But the reason why I'm saying it is because it's very flat. So in the West Coast, there are mountains and streams and lakes, and it's very beautiful. But Saskatchewan, it's almost like you can see all the way to the other side. So if I was like standing here, I can see all the way because it's really literally just a flat piece of land. All right, next one. Let's say it together. Manitoba. Aha. So Manitoba, Winnipeg. Somebody else said in there they wanted to go to Winnipeg, I think. So, or Calgary. Actually, Calgary's not. But Winnipeg is right there. That's another big city in Manitoba, the capital. Aha. Next one. Ontario. That's my province. Yay! So, in Ontario, the capital of Canada is Ottawa, and Toronto is right here. All right. Next one is Quebec. So in Quebec, there is mainly French-speaking people, but they speak English as well. But Quebec, most of the time, all the signs, everything is in French. Next one, New Brunswick. New Brunswick is another small part. It's also very French populated, so everything is in French and very little English. All right, next one, Nova Scotia. If you do get to go to Canada for a long period of time, please go to Nova Scotia because it's absolutely beautiful. It's a stunning place. You get to see whales. You can see that in British Columbia, but Nova Scotia is gorgeous, especially in the summer. And the last one is Prince Edward Island. Do any of you guys know Anne of Green Gables? Have you ever heard of Anne of Green Gables? Yes, you've heard? All right, so Anne of Green Gables is a famous book. It's sort of like Harry Potter, but for Canadians, right? And it's not about magic, but it's about life in Canada. And it's based in Prince Edward Island. All right, so now we have 3 territories. Oh, I forgot one. Newfoundland. Everyone, Newfoundland. Very good. It's Newfoundland and Labrador. All right. So the next territories. The first one is Yukon. And the next one is Northwest Territories. And next one is Nunavut. Very good. So most people live down here, close to the U.S. border. Some people live up here, but very few, because it's mainly trees and lakes and mountains, and it's very, very beautiful. All right, so I wanted to show you this comparison to Korea because I think it's very, very interesting that Canada is a very, very big country, but we have less people than Korea. Korea has 50 million people living here, and in Canada there's 35. And I wanted to also show you the size difference. So this is Asia, and South Korea is right here. And the pink is Canada. So you can see how big Canada is. And even though Korea is small, you guys have way more people. So it's really interesting. I thought it was a very interesting fact. All right. So in Canada, let's read this together. 3, 2, 1, go. Ottawa. Very good. Ottawa, that's where our Prime Minister is. We have a new Prime Minister. His name is Justin Trudeau, and he's very handsome. And he's also a great leader. All right, let's read the next one. 3, 2, 1, go. Very good. So these major cities is usually where you'll find lots of multiculturalism. So this is where you'll find lots of people from many, many different parts of the world congregate in these cities. Not to say it doesn't happen in other parts of Canada, but you're more likely to find more of the same culture, different cultures in these cities. All right, so there, where the circle is, that's where Ottawa is. It's about, from Toronto, it's about 5.5, 6 hours. Toronto. So this beautiful thing in the center, that is our CN Tower. And I want to just tell you a little bit about Toronto, because I'm from there and I love my city. I love my city because it is very multicultural. Like I said at the beginning, most of my friends are not from the same place. Everybody is different. And Toronto is a very, it's very similar to Seoul. It's very fast-paced, there's lots going on. But what I really appreciate about Toronto is there's lots of really great festivals celebrating culture. So in Toronto, we actually have a Koreatown. There's a KEB Bank, there's, what else is there? There's a Hana Bank, well, KEB and Hana are together now, but, so when I was growing up, I used to have lots of Korean food, lots of barbecue, which was delicious. And Toronto has about, including all the areas, about 6 million people. Does anybody know how many people live in Seoul? Just approximately. How many? 15, yeah, it's a really high number. So Toronto is like a baby city compared to Seoul. All right, so let's read the next part. 3, 2, 1, go. So, just like you guys had to learn English when you were growing up in school. I had to learn French. I did not like French. It's a tricky language to learn, but we had to learn it and we have to take it up to grade 10. And so then afterwards, we don't have to take it, but I continued with my French because it's a very important language to have, especially if you live in Canada. And you can also go to France. But in France, the French is very different. All right. Let's read this together. 3, 2, 1, go! Yeah. So let's try that again. Canada is the second largest country in the world by total area, and Russia is the largest. Let's read this one together. 3, 2, 1, go. Canada has over... What's this number? 30,000. Okay, very good. 30,000 lakes. So there is lots of nice fresh water that is not salt water in Canada. There are many, many, many. There's actually a place just in the northern part of Ontario. It's called Thousand Islands. And it's thousands of islands together. And you can go from one island to the other to the other. It's really beautiful. All right. Let's read the next one together. 3, 2, 1, go! Canada is rich in resources such as zinc, nickel, lead, and gold. So not only is it big and beautiful, but it has many, many minerals, and that's all I have to say about that. All right. So we did this earlier, maple syrup. So the maple syrup that you get at Home Plus or on G Market all comes from Quebec, the French-speaking part of Canada. All right, so that's interesting facts about Canada. I wanted to share a little bit more about the people of Canada because I think that's very important and more interesting. So here's a little bit of a chart. It's very rough, but I wanted to kind of give you an idea. So when it says white, this means people that have ancestries from England, Scotland, Ireland, German, Swedish. That kind of falls into that 80%. The 6% Asian is basically all Asian countries such as Korea, Japan, China, a lot of Thai folks. Then 5% is Native. We also call Native Aboriginal people. All right, so there is about 5% of Canada's population is Aboriginal. And 4% Indo falls into the category of Southeast Asia. So more of Indian and Nepalese and on the other side of Asia, but mainly Indian. And the 4% is Black, Latino, and Middle Eastern. So the Black means people like my family that came from the Caribbean or South America. There's also Latino from Central America, like Mexico or Honduras, And Middle Eastern is places like Liberia or Saudi Arabia, for example. All right. So, every year, in Toronto specifically, we have a really huge Aboriginal people, and a very large community, and they have really awesome festivals of drumming and dancing. It's actually a really beautiful thing to see because their costumes are amazing. So I wanted to share with you a little bit about the Aboriginal people. So I'm going to read it first and then you can follow along after. So the first one says, First Nations, Métis, Inuit people, 4% of Canada's population. Let's read the first one together. 3, 2, 1, go. Inuit people. So First Nations, Métis, Inuit are different groups of Aboriginal people. They speak different languages and they live in certain parts of Canada. The next one is 50 Aboriginal languages, such as Cree. Let's say, and this word, Inututu. And Ojibwe. Let's say that one, Ojibwe. These are the main languages that are spoken in these areas. Okay. So, now, not yet. So now we're gonna play a little game. Who likes gifts? Do you want a gift? Yeah. So, we're gonna play a game, and if you win, you get a chance to find out what the gift is. Okay? Okay. Now you're awake, right? So we're going to play true or false. So true or false, again, you are going to move, okay? So just listen up here. So I'm going to show a question, and I'm going to give you some time, and one side is going to be true if you think the answer is true, and the other side if the answer is false. You need to stand and move over, okay? You can sit down if you want, but you need to move if you think the question is true or it's false, okay? If you have papers, you might want to put it back under your chair again. True or false? So wherever the word is on the screen, that is the side you stand. So for example, right now, the true is on this side of the room. The false is on that side. Oh, go ahead.
이쪽은 true, 저쪽은 false야. 잘 듣고 나서 다 알겠지만, 그쵸? 선생님 다시 한번 확실하게 하기 위해서 이쪽은 true, 저쪽은 false. 그래서 읽고 맞으면 true 여기죠? 여기고 아니면 저쪽으로 옮기면 돼요.
Alright. So, I will show you the question. You have a few seconds to decide which side you'll stand on. And then I will show the answer. And if you are wrong, you will sit down. Okay? If you got the right answer, you remain standing until the end, and then we'll see what's in there. Okay? All right. So, oh yeah, winner, prize. All right. Are you ready? Yes. Oh, let me try again. Are you ready? Yes. Excellent. All right. First question. Everyone, please stand up. So some of these questions are part of my presentation and some are not, but they have to do with Canada. So it's to see how much knowledge you have. So let's read the first question. 3, 2, 1, go. The most popular sport in Canada is basketball. This side is true. This side is false. Go. Guys, you're supposed to stand up. Stand up. All right. 3, 2, 1, and hockey. Yay! Sorry, you guys have to sit down. Sit down, sit down. Thank you. True or false? There are 13 provinces in Canada. This side is true. This side is false. Go. All right. 3, 2, 1. Stop. Stop. So, everybody on this side, please sit down. Have a seat. Ladies, you were on this side, so you have to sit here. All right, next question. Here we go. Guys, listen. True or false? Canada is the world's most educated country. Over half its residents have a college or university degree. True or false? True on this side, false on this side.
캐나다가 세계에서 되게 교육적으로 되게 유명한 나라인지 반 정도 이상이 대학 디그리를 가지고 있대. 맞으면 이쪽, 틀리면 저쪽.
1. Stop. Let's see the answer. It is true. I'm sorry, friends on this side. Please sit down. Just sit down. Just sit down where you are. All right. Oh, lots of competition for this one bag, eh? All right. Let's see. Next. Oops. Oops. All right. Next question. True or false? Canada has more lakes than the rest of the world's lakes combined.
다른 나라들에 비해서 캐나다가 가장 많은 그 lakes, 호수를 가지고 있대요. 제일 많이 포함하고 있는 나라가 캐나다라는 거 있지. 맞으면 이쪽.
True or false? True or false? What do you think? Oh, I see lots of in between. Lots of in between. Scoot over. Scoot. If you're on this side. All right. My friend here, are you this side or this side? Oh, okay. All right, let's see the answer. True, yay! All right. True or false? Canada is the largest country in the world. True or false? Three, 2, 1, stop. Oh. It is false. Very good. So, Canada is the second largest country in the world after Russia. In Canada is minus 42 degrees Celsius. True or false? True or false?
캐나다가 영하 42도가 가장 추운 온도냐? 맞으면 이쪽, 틀리면 저쪽.
5, 4, 3, 2, 2.5. Okay, and stop. It is false. Everybody on this side. Sit down. Everyone sit down. Everyone sit down. Find a seat, ladies. Let's read this part. Canada's lowest recorded temperature was minus 81.4 degrees Fahrenheit, 63 degrees Celsius, minus 63 degrees Celsius. That is very cold, yes?
영하 63도. 그치? 파시로는 지금 저기
Now,
81.4도래. 그치? 엄청 추운 거야. 그쵸?
Now last year when I was at home, we had a really bad winter and minus 41 was normal. Like every day. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Haha. True or false? Canada consumes the most donuts and has the most donut shops per capita of any country in the world.
캐나다가 도넛을 제일 많이 생산해내고 그 도넛 가게가 제일 많이 있다. 맞으면 이쪽, 틀리면 저쪽.
True or false? All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer is true. Everyone on this side, sit down, sit down. So it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Next question. Next question. Listen, next question. All right. Europeans were the first people to live in Canada. True or false?
유럽 사람들이 캐나다에 제일 처음 살았던 사람들이래. 맞으면 여기, 틀리면 저쪽.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's see the answer. Whoa! Sorry, boys. All right, so I want to read this. The Aboriginals or First Nation people were the first inhabitants of Canada. They were there first.
원주민들이랑 1세대가 제일 먼저 캐나다에 살았던 사람들이라고, 그치?
Alright. Winners! Woo! Excellent, excellent. Okay, so I want you guys to go back to back. All right, rock, paper, scissors. Winner! Let's give her a hand. Woo! Have a seat, boys. Have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat. Let's give her a hand. That is the end of my short presentation about Canada. I hope, oh boys, guys, hello.
잠깐만요.
So that was my short presentation about Canada. Because I'm here in Korea, if you ever need help with English or you want to just say hello, I'm going to leave my information on the screen and you can write it down and stay in contact with me, or if you have any questions. So right now, I know there's questions at the end, but I want to ask, does anybody have any questions about Canada? About living in Canada, about school in Canada, anything about Canada? Does anybody have a question?
지금 렉처 강의하신 거 말고 또 더 궁금하신 거 혹시 있으면 선생님께 지금 질문하셔도 돼요. 없을까요?
Do you guys have questions? No? You have a question? Nobody? No questions? You guys are all Canadian experts? Are you ready for your test? Yes? Just kidding, no test. So, thank you very much for listening, and I guess I'll see you later on when you are doing your presentation and all that stuff. So, thank you very much.
침대 UNT 어디? C.
Other products or commodities are made of school board. We have Catholic school board and public school.
Some question about you and about Canada.
The middle to paper. So our team member and can I ask you something? Of course. I love maple syrup.
Group lecture and we roll about Canada on the best costume to you. We prepared so of your wonderful lecture and for giving the chance to know more about Canada because we some pictures for you.
I see that. It's very cute.
Canada and Canada. So